He's the first Sea Lord who recently made James Bond a naval commander. Now Admiral Sir Tony Radakin is walking into a new and rather large mission of his own, replacing General Sir Nick Carter as Chief of the Defence Staff, the first Royal Navy officer to lead Britain's military for 20 years.
I think Tony Radakin has proved that he can handle transformation. Remember, he was responsible for the Royal Navy Transformation Programme from 2019, and he's been pushing that through. He's a disciple of transformation, and I think he therefore looks like the right person in that respect. But also, we're moving to a more maritime strategy in our whole defence thinking. So in that respect, it makes sense that a new CDS might actually have a maritime background.
Born in Oldham, Admiral Radakin qualified as a barrister before entering the Royal Navy in 1990. As he rose through the ranks, he commanded ships including HMS Norfolk and the naval base at Portsmouth. 2 years ago, he was appointed First Sea Lord, the Royal Navy's top job, overseeing a period of huge change for the senior service. The largest, the arrival of Britain's 2 new aircraft carriers and HMS Queen Elizabeth's deployment to the Indo-Pacific, seen as a key part of the government's push for a more global Britain.
I think it's an exciting day for the Royal Navy. I'd like to think it's an exciting day for the whole of UK defence. And I'd like to think it's a great day for the nation, because this is a UK aircraft carrier and it was built across the whole of the United Kingdom and then assembled in Scotland. Nearly 20,000 jobs, thousands of apprenticeships. And we've now got these new ships with new jets, and we're setting off to prove those new capabilities and to do that in support of the UK government.
The 55-year-old Admiral was one of 2 front-runners for the job of CDS. The other, General Sir Patrick Sanders, currently heads up Strategic Command, which oversees UK Special Forces and cyber warfare. Reports suggest he was actually the MOD's preferred choice, with Boris Johnson instead favouring the Admiral. His involvement in brokering the recent AUKUS defence deal between the UK, US and Australia reportedly impressing the Prime Minister.
I think he's a great one for transformation, and he's done a lot of that in the Navy, which is really jolly good. He confronts shibboleths within the Navy or defence establishment. He's willing to argue about old ideas that have been sitting there, and his transformation programme, he's dramatically cut the number of admirals. He's put far more sailors back to sea, which is where they should be, rather than serving ashore. He's looked very closely at using unmanned craft. He's got a lot of very new ideas, a lot of technology coming in, use of drones and things like that. So he's someone who is looking ahead all the time to how we can improve our capability.
The Admiral will take over as CDS at the end of November. As for his own replacement as First Sea Lord, well, suggestions are it's likely to be Vice Admiral Sir Ben Key, the naval officer who led the Afghanistan evacuation and has been in charge of all Britain's overseas military operations. Simon Newton, Forces News. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.